You know, Scott, I thought that we had gone past the days where we have to worry about our friends never being able to see stuff like this.
Well, hey, unfortunately, it's knocking on our doorstep.
And once again.
Yeah, once again. Hey, everybody, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Scott Huntsman.
And I'm Chad Booth. And with the pending closure of a public comment period on the travel management plan for the area that is just north and west of Moab, we decided it was very important to come down here and talk about this issue, and that's what we're going to do for the show. Okay, this may not be the most rock-roaring At Your Leisure you've ever seen, but this is one of the most important if you love off-roading. You need to stick with us through the full half hour.
Indeed. There is huge impact knocking at our doorstep with all these closures, and knowing that the potential closures can affect up to maybe even a third of the Jeep Safari trails.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is outrageous to me. Of course, everybody knows I'm a Jeeper. Everybody knows this is my favorite place to come to.
Yeah.
And I want this land open for everybody to use, and every bit of it. I want to bring my grandchildren here and introduce this to them.
I agree, and I find it really troublesome that bureaucratic decisions are being made when people are personally so vested in this. And we'd like you to meet somebody right now who has a real passion for this sport and is really motivated to make things change, as we hope you will be.
Yes.
For my 30th birthday, my husband surprised me and bought me a Jeep. And so the first time we took the Jeep out really was in Moab, here in Moab. And honestly, I just found my passion. Going on the trails, seeing your friends, meeting new people, meeting companies, connecting with all these different people, connecting with the wilderness and the trail, getting your boots on the ground and really just exploring and opening up your heart to all these things. And so when you come out here and you see it for your own eyes, it's eye-opening, really. It's incredible. When I looked at the map and I saw the closures, of some of the most iconic trails in Moab, my heart literally broke. You come out here with your family and you come out here and you are living your passion, you're wheeling, you're having a good time, you're meeting new people, and you see on paper, this is going to be closed, and you automatically think of all those memories, and you think of, my kids aren't going to be able to ride that trail anymore. My kids aren't going to be able to see the petroglyphs, My kids aren't going to be able to, have a legacy out here like I did. Honestly, off-roading saved my life, and to be out here and just see that we might not be able to come out here anymore, it breaks my heart. It really does.
I think that really puts things in a pretty good perspective.
It does. It means a lot to these people.
Yes, it does.
It means a lot to us.
Yes.
So we've got somebody for you to meet just a little bit later in the show, Ben Burr from the Blue Ribbon Coalition. He's got details on how we can battle these potential closures. Right now, it's time for us to go to a place a little more fun, our Where To.
Hey everybody, welcome back to At Your Leisure. Here we are in Moab, beautiful area, and I want to introduce Ben Burr, the Executive Director of the Blue Ribbon Coalition.
Yeah, Ben has been in this fight about land access for quite some time, and he was like a very appropriate person to end up heading up the Blue Ribbon Coalition organization. Ben, it's, from my perspective of watching this, since we did Take Back Utah all those years ago.
Yeah.
It's been kind of quiet for a few years, but there've been things happening under the current that all of a sudden are about ready to explode. What's going on here?
Yeah, no, that's a good observation, Chad, and it's great to be here with At Your Leisure again.
Mm-hmm.
We are here in the Gemini Bridges and Labyrinth Rim area of Moab. This is an area that has some of the most popular trails on the planet for off-roading, exploring, and outdoor adventures of all kinds. And the BLM is currently involved in a planning process where they're looking at all of the roads and routes in this area to decide which ones they want to keep open, which ones they want to close. There are 437 miles in here that they are looking at closing, and I'll tell you, they're some of the most popular routes on the planet.
So what do we do?
So QR code will take you to a webpage we've prepared. Blue Ribbon Coalition, we've dug into this plan. We've worked with our allies in the off-road community to understand it. We're still learning a lot about it. This will be an ongoing process. And we have till October 7th.
That's just a couple of weeks.
For the public to come and share their thoughts with the BLM about what they want to see in the future of this area. And so we've highlighted some of the issues we think are important here, and we're updating that as we go. And the QR code has a form where you can go make a comment in 30 seconds to the BLM that includes some of the talking points we are concerned about. However, we do strongly advise you customize that. The BLM needs to hear your story about why this area is important to you, why these routes are important to you. And if we can get the whole off-road community, the dispersed camping community, there's e-bikes in play up here, dirt bike. If you're anybody who wants to come recreate up here on anything other than your own 2 feet, and if you want to do that too, that's great. Most people that hike get here in a vehicle. I didn't see anybody hiking here from the highway. Your access to this area is determined by motorized access, and we want your voice added to this process.
Well, you know, I mean, I would just simply say, and I would reach out. If you're a camper, you're coming in a pickup truck. You can say a Subaru. It doesn't matter what vehicle. That's why it's going to restrict you to get here to this area to be able to do that. It doesn't matter if you're a camper. Again, Jeepers, full size, Blazers, trucks, side-by-sides, motorcycles.
This is public land. It belongs to everybody. We need to be making their experiences an option as well.
The point that I want to make here is you've got 2 weeks, basically, from the time you're seeing this right now to the time your comments are due. So use that QR code and get in your vehicle next week and get on and look at the maps and come down here. So you've got your marching orders. We need 1,000 of you to come down here. I can tell you there are lots of camping sites because we've been looking at them all day, and I've only seen like 2 campsites that have anybody in it. The weather's still good. Do your part. Check this out and come down.
Yep, 100%. It's time. It's time for us to act.
Yep, and time for us to go on to this week's Along the Way.
There we go.
Oh,
There we go. I rattled Chad Booth a little bit.
yeah, well, maybe. I kept playing like Donald Trump. I kept trying to grab the wheel. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. This is part of the 7 Mile Rim Trail.
It is.
And I think this place has an apt name.
Yeah, Wipeout Hill.
Wipeout Hill, and
Yes.
you just about did.
And we made it up though.
I got to tell you though, Huntsman is such a competitive spirit because when he didn't quite make it there, man, his jaw stuck out and he was mad. Yeah, exactly. So
Every
you
now
look
and then.
just like that. Anyway, if you didn't get a chance to catch that QR code for Blue Ribbon Coalition so you can comment on this, here it is. Please do it again. Go down next week. And I tell you what, we'll tell you what you'll be missing on the show if you don't. Here's a look at it.
Hey, it looks like a lot of great things coming on At Your Leisure.
Yeah, particularly see if Keith can get up tippy slip.
Tippy slick.
Yeah, tippy slick.
Tippy slick.
That's a hard one to say.
I love it.
All right, well listen, thanks for sticking with us through the half hour. You're champions. Be part of the team. I'm getting on there right as soon as we're done. I am making my comments. And I'm including a couple of pictures with mine. So just remember, there's adventure around every bend.
Yeah, hey, and if you don't get out and comment on this subject today, there won't be any adventure down here.
That's true. So just remember that. We'll be looking for you at your leisure. Did he make it? He did.
Oh yeah.